This is Jennifer Cleveland, a 47-year-old mother from Texas. On July 9th of 2023, she posted on Facebook, excited about her upcoming appointment at a local med spa, telling friends it would make you look and feel beautiful. The very next day, she was dead. Jen- Jennifer's death wasn't just a personal tragedy for her family. It was a blaring alarm that exposed a dangerously unregulated corner of the wellness industry. This is a story of how that alarm was finally heard. On July 10th of 2023, Jennifer Cleveland walked into the Lux Med Spa in Wortham, Texas, for what was supposed to be a routine IV hydration drip. She was a wife, a mother of four, and a beloved employee at her local radio station, KNES 99.1. The service she was there for was advertised as a simple wellness treatment, just a cocktail of vitamins to boost her energy and well being. But the person who administered the IV was the spa's owner, Amber Johnson, who had no medical license. Shortly after the infusion started, Jennifer became unresponsive. The staff called 911 and performed CPR, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead from cardiac arrest shortly after arriving at a nearby hospital. The autopsy later pointed to a horrifying cause. The IV, which was administered too quickly, contained a prescription-only substance called TPN electrolytes. This hospital-grade ingredient is rich in potassium and is known to cause fatal heart problems if misused. So how could a seemingly harmless spa visit turn so deadly? The answer would expose a stunning degree of negligence. As investigators started digging, the whole operation was revealed to be a facade. The spa's medical doctor, Dr. Michael Gallagher, was an anesthesiologist whose practice was in Frisco, over 100 miles away. He had only set foot in the spa 3 times, once for the grand opening, once more a month later, and on the day Jennifer died, after she had already become unresponsive. The Texas Medical Board would later find he had effectively lent his medical license to the spa's unlicensed owner, Amber Johnson, allowing her to order prescription drugs like the TPN electrolytes that killed Jennifer. There was no written rules for administering IVs, no plan for emergencies, and no licensed medical staff on site. It was a complete and total breakdown of supervision. Dr. Gallagher's failure to oversee the spa was so bad that the medical board declared him a continuing threat to public welfare and suspended his license. This wasn't just a simple mistake. It was a system where profit was put far ahead of patient safety, creating the perfect environment for tragedy. The fallout came fast and it came down hard. In early 2025, a grand jury indicted both Amber Johnson and Dr. Michael Gallagher on a slate of felony charges. Johnson was hit with 14 counts, including felony murder and practicing medicine without a license. Dr. Gallagher faced an astonishing 25 charges, including murder and manslaughter, for his role in the deadly lack of oversight. Both were arrested and later released on bond, with their criminal and civil cases pending. The indictments hit the med spa industry like a ton of bricks. For years, critics have wondered about the dangers of licensed lending and the regulatory gray areas that allowed unqualified people to perform medical procedures. Now, the absolute worst case scenario had happened, and prosecutors were treating it not as an accident, but as a homicide. Jennifer's death was no longer just a private heartbreak. It was now a public crime scene, and the fight for real accountability had just begun. And the legal battle began. Jennifer's family and safety advocates turned their grief into action. They fought for new legislation to close the loopholes that allowed this tragedy to occur. Their efforts led to Texas House Bill 3749, which quickly became known as Jennifer's Law. After passing with overwhelming support, the bill was signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott on June 20th, 2025, effective September 1st, 2025. Jennifer's Law makes it mandatory for all elective IV therapies in Texas to be prescribed by a physician and administered only by a licensed medical professional. like a nurse or a physician assistant, under proper supervision. It explicitly bans unlicensed individuals from providing any kind of injectable service. The law was celebrated as a landmark victory for patient safety, promising to protect countless others. Jennifer Cleveland walked into a med spa hoping to feel better, and she never walked out. Her tragic death pulled back the curtain on a dark and unregulated side of the wellness world. But thanks to the tireless efforts of her loved ones, her story became a powerful catalyst for change. Jennifer's law stands as a testament that her loss was not in vain, creating a legacy of safety that will protect people across Texas and serve as a warning nationwide. Her story is a powerful reminder that we must always ask who exactly is on the other side of the needle. Share this to raise awareness about the importance of safety and regulation in the med spa industry. It could save a life.